So it looks like our hero has now turned into the anti-hero. I'm sorry, it's a problem. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. But okay, all jokes aside though, this week's episode of Inuyashiki does a good job with setting up for what Hiro wants to accomplish, but also giving us characterization to Inuyashiki's daughter, which needed a lot of characterization, because we haven't really seen a lot of Inuyashiki's family life since the first episode, and I'm glad to see a little bit more of them after, many episodes have passed. So before I get into that, let's talk about Hiro for a second. So Hiro, he is now starting to kill once again. Now, let's just be real here. It was obvious that was going to happen, okay? It's just common sense. He's the main big baddie. He's the villain of this story. He needs to be the guy that's on, the bad side, okay? He's the, complete opposite to Inuyashiki, so he needs to be the bad guy. So if he wasn't, we wouldn't really have an interesting and compelling story, because when we look at it, Inuyashiki wouldn't really have any rival or anyone to go up against, because no one could really compete against him since he's so strong. And so the only way for Hiro to be put down would obviously be thanks to Inuyashiki going in. He would become the hero of the story. So anyways, though, basically, we get to see what Hiro's trying to accomplish. And he is now starting to go on a killing spree once again. In this case, he now has a new target. As we know, a couple episodes back, he had a target to where he was just tracking down internet trolls. He's going around, attacking internet trolls, taking them down and all that, which was just complete savage, and it's scary in a way, because you cannot begin to even imagine how it must feel if you feel like you're anonymous and all of a sudden someone is able to find you and do stuff like that. It's terrifying. It legit is really terrifying. It's really scary, and it could definitely just, make a lot of people that are watching the episode kind of freak out, because, let's be honest here, all of us, one point in time in our life, we've trolled on the internet, okay? And if you were to troll in some way, and then someone was to get that angry and then come after you, that'd be scary. But anyways, though, Hiro, instead of hunting after internet trolls and getting back at people that are making fun of his mom and all of that, he now is targeting the police force. Now, the reason for this is pretty obvious, because the police force has now decided to stir the pot. They're stirring the pot to the point to where they're causing problems in Hiro's life, and now he is being forced to take action. Now, granted, they had to do that. That's their jobs. I cannot blame the police force. I discussed this quite a bit in my previous review of Inuyashiki, that we can't really go out of our way and put down the police and what they were doing, because at the end of the day, they were doing their job. They were doing their job. You can't put them down for that. They were just trying to stop a heinous criminal that was going around doing these horrific things. I mean, just something like that is obvious. So I can't blame the police. I cannot put the police down for what they did in this episode. Well, there is one thing, which was what they did to, Pubes and also the grandma. But besides that, though, I can't put them down for doing their job. Going in, trying to find the man, take him down. I can't, actually put him down. But in this case, though, he has a new target because they've interrupted his sweet and peaceful life. And it was just a matter of time to when he would have a target anyways, because as we know, the only reason why he was helping out people in the first place wasn't because of the kindness of his heart. He was actually just doing it for the girl, and because, he just wanted to make her happy. That was it. He wasn't trying to, seek forgiveness. He wasn't trying to make amends for what he has done. He was always trying to make someone else happy, which in turn was very similar to what he was doing for his mother. So that's what was going on. So it's just a matter of time. I mean, when she would have finally have croaked and died or something, maybe if she would have died, fell down some stairs, or, someone accidentally hit her, this man would have went on a rampage again. So it was just a matter of time, and basically, this just made it happen a lot sooner. It accelerated the process. But anyways, though, Hiro's new target is the police, and he now is going around just wiping all of them out in Japan, which is pretty scary, because this is going to have a drastic impact on the entirety of Japan, because it's no longer just, targeting trolls. It's no longer just targeting, innocent families. This man's going out of his way and targeting the police force. Now, we already know what kind of Hiro is capable of. I mean, from what he has said, this man can even, activate nuclear missiles and stuff, so this man is ridiculous. If he really wanted to, he could cause Armageddon and everything would basically end like that. And so you cannot necessarily really stand up and fight against this man unless some form of EMP can work against him, or if Inuyashiki comes in and tries to stop him. That's really really the only thing that could possibly be done. But in this matter, though, basically, he's going out of his way and eliminating all the police, which is going to cause heavy damage to the entirety of Japan. Because even though many might have their mixed opinions on law enforcement, whatever it may be in the world, the thing is at the end of the day, not all of them are bad. Many of them try to do their jobs, and many of them try to, help out people. And if they're not there, maintaining order and public safety and all of that, obviously some bad stuff's going to go down, and overall the safety of the public is just going to drop to almost zero. So this lets us know that with him going out of his way, doing this to the police force, more heinous criminals are going to be popping up and getting away with stuff because the police force is just now completely gone. So that's basically expressing the fact that this is making the overall place, the country, so much more dangerous. Now, anyways, let's talk about the meteor. So there is a meteor that was mentioned in this episode, and I'm just going to take an educated guess. I'm assuming, okay, now, I don't know if I'm going to be correct or not, but it's pretty obvious if you think about it for a second. We know, like I said, that Hiro is capable of, hacking into the greatest computers and stuff and taking control of certain systems. That would be ridiculous, just in the entire planet. And since we've already witnessed this ourselves, where we've seen Inuyashiki go into space, we know for a fact they're capable of going out there and not dying because of lack of oxygen or anything like that. They would be completely fine for space travel. And so in this case, since there's like a big meteor coming in and all that could actually wipe out the entirety of the planet, this means that there could be a possibility Hiro could be using that meteor to devastation to the entirety of the planet. I could definitely see something like that. Maybe he goes over to the meteor, or he breaks it in half or whatever, uses a big piece of it to just land down on the planet. I could definitely see that. That is definitely something that most likely is going to happen, because there's just no way the writer would introduce something like that, a meteor that could wipe out the entirety of humanity, and just not use it, especially when you have these two, people in the story that are capable of things that nobody could possibly even dream of, and they're alien technology, basically. So it's common sense that the meteor is going to be used. It is. I mean, I think everybody can agree with that. I'm just curious exactly how it's going to be done. Is Hiro going to try to use the entirety of the meteor, or is the meteor going to be, like, so big and all that, it's going to go directly for the planet, and, Inuyashiki's going to have to try to stop it? I mean, there's many questions I have, but overall, it's definitely going to be a critical plot point in the upcoming episodes. So with that being said, though, let's talk about, Inuyashiki's daughter. So, as I already said, I'm very happy to see Inuyashiki's family a little bit more in the spotlight, because we haven't really seen much of them. They have been kind of shoved to the background for a while now, because, I mean, ever since the first episode, finding out how horrible his family was and they didn't really care about him, they really haven't been that relevant overall. But it was just a matter of when they would start to become relevant once again, because, I mean, it's just going to be a matter of time to when they find out that he is not, a normal human anymore. But also, when news starts spreading and all that about him, when, his picture gets discovered, obviously his family's going to find out about this, and it's going to cause a lot of problems. Or if Hiro finds out who he is, finds his identity out, obviously, Inuyashiki's family's going to be in danger as well. So it's just a matter of time until the family kind of popped up in the spotlight once again. But I was very pleasantly surprised to see that she was given so much characterization, and also how there's some focus of how she feels about her father, how she feels about the dude that her father's been hanging out with, but also what she wants to achieve and accomplish in the future of her life. So she wants to be a mangaka, which is, understandable, because, I mean, this is being written by a writer, a mangaka, so seeing a character in it, it's not too uncommon, and she wants to, achieve a dream to where she can be a great writer and all that. She wants to be high up there, and, obviously, when you think about this from a lot of different standpoints, many parents most likely wouldn't want their child to be a mangaka, because you have to really work, put a lot of time and effort into it to be able to become popular and make a lot of money. You don't just, get it like that. You don't just start making money instantly, and so, obviously, it makes sense why their parents or her parents would be concerned for her. But Inuyashiki, since he has always been this person that is able to understand and care about his daughter and all that, he's basically like, yeah, I think we should support her. Let's support her on her decision and all that, but if she makes good grades, let's go for it. Let her do what she wants. That was a very nice moment, just to show the relationship between, father and daughter, and that the daughter still does deeply care about her father. It's just she's a little bit embarrassed because she feels like she can't really fit in with her family because they're so old-fashioned. That's basically it. So yeah, that's about it when it comes to this week's chapter of Inuyashiki, or episode, my bad. But that's my thoughts on this week's episode of Inuyashiki. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please leave a like. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.